Hey everyone, I am Purnima. I am a 12th grader here at Kumdin English Boarding Secondary School. Today, I'm excited to share a special presentation of poem entitled as A Day, which is composed by Emily Dickinson. This project is a part of our English class and I truly enjoyed reading this poem and exploring the beauty of the poetry. First of all, I would like to take a moment to thank my English teacher, Mr. Meghraj Adhikari sir, for his constant encouragement for literature, for providing me this opportunity to share my insights and acknowledgement with you all, and for his constant guidance in this presentation. Before we begin, I have a question for you all. What comes to your mind when you think of sunrise and sunset? Interesting. Often, these beautiful natural phenomena are linked to the beginning and end of life's journey. Sunrise represents beginning of a new day with new possibilities, and sunset is the time of reflection of close of a day. Today, through poetry, we will explore these connections and see how the poet captures the essence of life cycle. So, without further ado, let's dive into the journey to the world of poetry. Dickinson was an American poet who lived from 1830 to 1886. She is known for her unique poems and style. Her poetry often explores themes of nature, life and death, and love. Dickinson's work is characterized by its innovative use of language and form, making her one of the most important figures in American literature. Now, let's begin with the vocabulary. Steeple. Steeple, a tall, pointed structure, usually part of a church, tower, or building. Stile. Stile, a structure consisting of steps or bars for people to cross over a fence or wall. Amethyst. Amethyst, a purple or violet gemstone. Squirrel. Squirrel, a small, bushy-tailed rodent commonly found in trees. Grey. Grey, a color that falls between black and white, often associated with neutrality or dullness. Flock. Flock, a group of birds, sheep, or similar animals that stay or move together. Dominie. Dominie, an old-fashioned term for a schoolmaster or a clergyman. Bonnet. Bonnet, a type of hat that typically ties under the chin, often worn by women or children. Bobolink. Bobolink, a small migratory bird known for its melodic song and black and white plumage. A Day is a well-known metaphysical poem of the 19th century, which is famous for its double meanings and intellectual metaphors. It is a highly relatable and skillfully composed poem, which explores the duality of life and death with memorable images of sunrise and sunset. Moreover, this poem features a child persona whose innocence and excited tone reveals the beauty of sun. Now, let us begin with the first stanza, shall we? The poem begins with a strong declaration. I will tell you how the sun rose. Here the speaker is confident and excited, and she is narrating the readers about how the sun rises. Also, in the first stanza, the speaker clarifies that the news of the sunrise spread as fast as the squirrels ran. This in effect suggests the frantic pace of the day which we have to contend with from the moment we wake up, which metaphorically means that with the start of a new day, everything changes so fast and everyone starts accomplishing their tasks in hurry after the sunrise. Also, in this stanza, the speaker compares the rays of the sun to the ravens, which metaphorically suggests that sun didn't rise suddenly all at once, but instead it appeared gradually with one streak of light at a time, and its beams were all scattered. The tone of the speaker is merry and delightful in the first stanza, which continues in the second stanza, where hills are personified to untie their bonnets. Before sunrise, the hills are covered with mist like wearing bonnets, and as soon as the sun rises, the morning air warms up, and the mist covering the hills evaporates, and the hills have begun to glow. Now the speaker also tells us that the bobblings begun, which means that the birds have started to sing their beautiful melody. Then the speaker, in a surprised musing, she utters, "That must have been the sun," as if she is seeing the sun for the first time and marveling at the effect which she sees. This line confirms that our speaker is a child, as no adult will need much description to recognize the sunrise. Now, in the third stanza, the tone of the speaker changes with a statement, "But how," he said, "I know not." The mood is dampened in the mystery of sunset. Here, the speaker seems to have little knowledge about sunset, which confuses the reader and makes them analyze what happened afterwards. But the speaker also clarifies that when the sun sinks towards the horizon, the cloud appears purple and the sun seems yellow, which reminded the poet of a little children climbing over the stile. Then in the last stanza, the speaker portrays as if the children are in the other side. This metaphor illustrates the evening time, which is going to bring the darker side of the dogs. Here, the speaker uses the word "other side" to make the readers analyze that now they have reached the next part of the same day, from sunrise to sunset. Again, the children are imagined to lead away by a dominie in grey. Here, the color grey symbolizes the grief of the ending of lovely day, which is death. Also, in this line, Dickinson shows her spiritual beliefs that God take the human being wherever after they die. She also clarifies that the children are led away by the dominie to the evening birds and set them free, which gives the sense of security and hope for getting the eternal life in heaven. Therefore, the poet wants the reader to focus more on the spiritual meaning of the poem rather than its literal meaning. Through the eyes of an inquisitive child, the speaker takes the reader to a journey from a miracle of sunrise to the mystery of sunset. The main theme of this poem is life and death, and this poem provides following message to the readers. It's important to stop and enjoy the simple, everyday changes in nature and find meaning in the ordinary parts of life. Life is full of activity and noise, but we should remember how delicate human life is and accept that death is a natural part of it. Now is the time to summarize the poem. I am going to summarize this poem in 5 points. A day poem paints a picture of a day's journey from sunrise to sunset. It can be interpreted as a metaphor for life, with its birth, growth, and eventual end. The poem celebrates the beauty of the ordinary, finding wonder in the everyday world. It also shows the little knowledge living beings truly have about death. It clarifies the stages from innocence to experience. So, the poem ends here now. I hope I've been able to make you understand not only literal meaning but more metaphorical and deeper meaning of this poem. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.